What's up, guys? Jesse Rush with Fling Got Bows here, and today I'm going to talk to you about waxing your longbow. I use Mother's brand. It's a car wax. I can't remember. It comes in like a red container. I just got a little bit here to show you. I don't have the container with me, but it's like a wax for cars, and you polish your car and then you buff it out and your car shines. Well, you can put it on your bow after you've oiled your bow several times. Let's see if you can see this thick consistency I'm putting on here. Anyway, you take it, just the little chunk of wax, and you just rub it onto your bow and leave it laying there, leave it kind of piled up on there. And you want to leave it on there for a little while and let it really get into the grain of the wood. This is a U English longbow here that I'm waxing. I'm sure you guys have seen my other 20 videos about this damn bow. I love this bow, but it's homemade, so it didn't come with a finish on it, and I've been looking up how to finish them, and basically I don't want to go with some crazy polyurethane spray or something like that. I mean, I made this bow with my hands, so I want to finish it with my hands. So that's what has led up to me doing what I'm doing. So anyway, I couldn't find any videos on how to wax a longbow or what wax to use or anything. So I found some information on Google, but no videos. So here is your video. You take, it's called Mother's something, like some weird word like with a G beginning of it or something, I can't remember. But I just got a little piece off my neighbor, but I looked it up online, and you can use that to wax your longbow. And what I did is obviously when I was done with this longbow, I sanded it up to about 250 grit sandpaper. You don't need much more than that because this is U. U has soft wood, and it gets real nice and smooth with a low grit. So a 250 I'd recommend. Anyway, then I oiled it with wood oil about 12 times over a 3-day period. And then yesterday I even oiled it with a little linseed oil. And really just brought out the darkness of the wood. And you can see in certain spots where it's just really dark, like through here. So anyway, now I'm ready to seal it because it's been oiled several times. It's got its darkness in it, and it's got the moisture is trapped. Any moisture or dryness or anything is trapped inside of it, so it's not going to have any rapid moisture change, which is what you're trying to defend from. Now I will be hunting with this bow for deer, and I use all my bows for hunting deer. Well, hogs, deer, rabbits. I like to hunt. So you've got to maintain them, and waxing them is a very good way to keep your bow healthy. So we're going to get to this, and we're just rubbing wax all over it, real thick, whatever. It's going to be slimy and sticky, and not sticky, it's going to be slippery actually. The opposite of sticky. But you want to just really coat the bow really good with this wax, as if you were to dip it in it, Just go crazy. It's okay. And then really just the front too, you want to get the back of the bow, the sapwood and the heartwood. You can do this with hickory, oak, and it will bring out the beauty in all the wood. Okay, so now you got to wash your hands because your hands are covered in nasty wax, slippery, slimy, yicky. So you wash your hands, and you let that stuff sit for a few minutes. And after you let it sit for a few minutes, you basically buff it out like you would a car. Excuse me one moment while I wash my hands. Some people are a little cleaner than me, and they would say, "Oh my God, he's putting wax all over his hands." Well, that's just me. I'm not advising you to do it with your hands. You could put rubber gloves on. You could use some kind of something to apply it with. Whatever suits you the best. I used my hands, but they're they're all cleaned up now. I was also going to talk to you guys about Allen bowstring wax. You should really use bowstring wax on your bowstrings. It's very important. Alright, well, let me grab a rag and I'll show you how to remove this wax. It's actually pretty simple to do this whole process. So, alright. So now that we've let the wax sit for a few minutes, get out of here, Clovis. That's my pit bull. Now that we've let the wax sit for a few minutes, and you can see, I mean, it's not really going anywhere. It's just on there. I mean, you can see the shine. Let me take the camera out of its holster here and show you what we're doing here. There's wax all over the camera too. Alright, so if you look down it, you see that shine? That's, yeah, it's on the table too. That's funny. Let's see how shiny the table just got, just from me rubbing it one time. And that is a pristine piece of wood now. And we want our bow to similarly look like that. And I've also heard some things that you can take candle wax right before you go bow hunting and actually just rub candle wax on the bow. Just gently rub candle wax, and it'll leave like a dull film, and it'll take that gloss off your bow. And then you can remove the candle wax from your bow with just a damp, rag with a little bit of soap on it. Remove it, and then oil the crap out of your bow, and then put this wax back on your bow when you're done hunting. But candle wax will take the sheen out of it and make it duller for hunting, so you don't give up your spot while you're hunting. The animals see a shine popping out of the woods because not much stuff in the woods shine. Alright, so let's set you back into the camera and I'll show you how to remove this stuff. And we should have a beautiful, pristine, waxed, well taken care of longbow. Alright, so you get a dry cloth. You can hold it however you want to hold it. I just cleaned my hands, so I'm going to hold it a little from the middle here. And you just basically wipe the wax, the excess wax, off. Make sure you get it off the front too. Don't neglect the back of the bow. The sapwood is just as important as the belly. It's actually more important, probably, in the shooting qualities of the bow. And remember, guys, if this doesn't look as good as you wanted it to look, you can always either try waxing it again, or you could just wait like a day and let it kind of dry out, let the wax kind of dry off of it, and then just oil it. You know, Native Americans, for centuries, just put bear fat on their bows. That's all they did. And bear grease, and it worked great. And some of them bows are still around in museums, you know. 200-year-old bow, made in the woods, and only sealed with bear grease, and it's still kicking. Another thing is, if you're making a bow out of a stave, my recommendation, leave the wax on the ends if you make it full length of the stave like I did. And if you don't make it full length and you cut it off, re-wax the end of the tips. I mean wax with like candle wax. Because you can see how it's dark. That's because there's wax on there, and I left it alone because moisture and dryness, they come in and out of the ends where it's like porous. You know, picture a rolled up rubber banded together a bunch of straws. That's a piece of wood, you know, and the ends are where everything comes and goes from. So there it is. You've got a nice English longbow now that's been buffed, waxed, and it's not all slimy anymore. And if you look down it now, it's not going to be as shiny as the table because the table actually had a glossy finish on it. But if you look down the longbow, there's actually a sheen to it now. And so there you have it, guys. And that is how to wax and take care of your English longbow. You can feel the wax on there, but not very strong. It's a very there's a better light for you to see the shine. So see, it does shine. It's just not as intense as the table, but it's definitely shining. It's definitely looking really pretty and pristine and well taken care of. Alright guys, this is Jesse Rush from Flinga Bows, and you guys take it easy. Peace.